Morning, everybody. Well, back home finally. It was a long trip, a lot of fun. We got to see a lot of people, and in coming home, it's only right that God would give me a message about home, and so I thought I'd share that with you today. When I was studying in Matthew chapter 8. One of the cool things that I kind of saw, here, I don't want you to see my arm, how pathetic I am that this thing gets heavy. But in Matthew chapter 8, when I was studying, one of the things that I noticed was Jesus is talking to his disciples, and he says to them, foxes have holes, birds have nests, but the Son of Man doesn't have a place to lay down his head. And what was interesting about that is Jesus knew what was about to go down. He knew what was going to be said by one of the disciples, which I think is interesting. But I wanted to focus on the home part first. Jesus didn't have a home. He became homeless. The Son of God was homeless for us. It's kind of weird when you've traveled for a while how much you miss home, how much you miss your bed, how much you just miss sitting on your couch. It's not that we didn't have fun or that we didn't want to be where we were, but man, there's nothing like being at home. And the Son of God didn't have that feeling for 3 years while he did his ministry. 3 years he walked around without a home. Think about that. The Son of God gave up having a home so that he could do the ministry he did with his disciples. And here's what's interesting. The very next line in that scripture is a disciple saying, well, I need to go home and bury my dad. Well, in truth, what he's actually saying is his dad had not died or anything. What was going on was, that was kind of a way of saying that I need to go and care for my father, and then once he passes, then I'll come follow you. Jesus is saying, no matter what's going on right now, no matter what's going on in my life, I'm doing the ministry I'm called to do. I'm following the calling that God put on my life. He said there's no excuse, basically. And immediately, one of the disciples follows up with an excuse of why he can't step out in his calling. And I've been doing a lot with ministry this last week and meeting with people who are in different stages of walking the path that God's put before them. Some of them are sitting still, some of them are moving forward, some of them are not sure which way to go. And here's what's interesting. I've heard some excuses from some people that kind of sound like, let me go and bury my father. And I'm not pointing fingers because I'm one of those people myself. I've done it for years. I've kind of put things on shoulders of other people that really belonged on my shoulders and used excuses that really were not excuses at all. In the end, I see what Jesus is saying. Jesus did what he had to do, whether he had a home or not. Jesus did the ministry he was called to do despite his current situation and circumstance. He didn't care about what the world threw at him. He was going to do the ministry that he was called to do. He was going to step out into that calling that he was destined to do. So I'd ask you right now, do you know the calling on your life? And if not, are you seeking that calling? And then secondly, if you do know that calling, are you stepping out in it? Are you working in it? Is it something that you are willing to say, despite my circumstance, despite everything going on, I'm going to step out in my calling? Or are you saying, I kind of need to do these things first. I kind of need to focus on this first. Or I kind of need to this or that. You know, my favorite one is, I need to sit in the pew for a while. You know what? Yeah, no doubt you should be studying. No doubt you should be spending time with God. But here's the thing. If the only time you spend with God is at church, there's something wrong with your relationship with God. You need to spend time with God on your own. Your growth should be happening in those times on your face and when you're studying Scripture. Your growth should be happening there. And at church is your time to serve others who need to find more about God. It's a different way of looking at Christianity, but it's not different than how Jesus led Christians. Jesus led the disciples to serve others while he preached sermons, and then he spent time with them and taught them even deeper things. You see, Jesus spent time with them. The question is, are we spending time with him? That's what God gave me this morning, guys. Love y'all. God bless you.